Yo, what's up, guys, and welcome back to our Canucks GM mode. So, sorry for not uploading in the last 2-3 days. Reason being is I was out of town for work, and I am also a little bit sick, so I haven't had time to really make any videos recently. But I am trying to actually make one while I'm sick right now. So, anyways, we're up here in the offseason in 2026. We lost in last episode in the conference finals to the eventual Stanley Cup champions Dallas Stars. So we could not three-peat and win our third straight Stanley Cup, but we're looking to win our third one in 4 years to maybe cap off our dynasty, as we also have won 4 President's Trophies, I think it was, in the last 5 years or something around those lines. I'll just show you guys quickly. So yeah, we've won 3 President's Trophies in the last 5 years, and we've won 2 Stanley Cups in the last 3. So if we could win another Stanley Cup, then I think we're set, and this team is going a complete dynasty. Also, Bo Horvat's won a shit ton of Selkies in a row. He's won like 7, probably maybe 8. So anyways, that is that. Let's get on to the draft. I'm not going to do the first 6 rounds of the draft. There is one player I want to draft in the 7th round, because I did test this draft out to see who goes first and stuff like that before. So let's just go to the next round, because I don't even think we have our first for this year, because we traded away or something like that. I don't really remember, because it's been a while since I've made an episode, because all those other episodes from the playoffs, guys, were all pre-recorded. And sorry if my voice sounds really monotone right now, it's just because of my cold. So we're getting offered a 3rd round pick for Brindamore. No thank you. But there is some big off-season moves that we're going to do. We're going to pick up some big players off free agency if they're available. Otherwise, there's not going to be any trades, I don't think, unless we have to. Because I'd like to kind of keep most of this team together. Some new acquisitions and some people we're going to have to release in the re-sign stage. So let's keep sending a user pick. I don't really care what the computer drafts us anymore, because I don't know if we're going to be going on for another 5 years until these guys are ready for the NHL and stuff like that. So let's continue simulating until the 7th round. Okay, so one more pick, and then we get to see who we could get in the 7th round. I hope he's available still, the one that I wanted. So let's see. Yeah, he is still available. So I did test this out already, so I already know about him. But V. Ovechkin, I saw this guy was an unknown 18-year-old goaltender that goes in the 7th round. He's supposed to go undrafted, actually, but he's unknown in 18. And I'm like, you know what, let's take a chance on this guy, and look what happens when you draft him. He's listed as a medium backup for a 7th round. I don't know if he's going to grow to be that actual medium backup, but if he is, he could be a future backup to like maybe Lundberg or something once Gravel's gone, or he could be maybe the backup to Gravel if we trade away Lundberg. So that's the only pick I'm going to make, and let's sim the rest of the draft and see what the computer got us. So the computer's got us Bertram, Blomdahl, Rivet, Byzantine, and Omen. Okay. So let's take a look at the re-sign stage. I'm pretty sure there was only a couple big players we had to re-sign. 2 of them I am going to be releasing, I think. And those ones are being probably Kevin Fiala, I think. Let's see. So as you can see, we have $34 million in cap space. So we're going to first, I don't want to do this really, but we're going to release Troy Stecher. And the only reason is because I think I've always seen him retire at age 33. And another reason is because there is going to be a nice free agent defenseman probably that we could replace him with, which I'll show you guys once we get to the free agency stage. So Troy Stasher, thank you for your time here and helping contribute to 2 Stanley Cups. You had some great 50-point seasons, but this guy that we're going to be picking up is probably going to be an upgrade from you. So we're going to release you. Thank you for your time here. So he is gone. Big one to release. And then also I want to release Kevin Fiala. As much as I don't want to, he has had some great seasons here. He's been with us since way back when we traded for him. I think it was the 2017-18 season, his first season with us. But he's been putting up like solid 50-point seasons every single season. But yeah, thank you for your time here as well, Kevin Fiala. Good luck wherever you go. But now with all that cap space, now we could pick up some good players. We're gonna also release Schomburn, and we're going to sign Mark Scheifele again, to a 1-year deal because he could retire at any minute, and we're gonna give him a contract at, I'd say, 9.750. Yeah, 1 year at 9.750. See if he likes that. We're also gonna try and get Samuelson back on a 1-year deal for one of the bottom 6 lines, because he's pretty good. 1 year at $3 million. A coin, we're going to give him a 950 contract. Zukhanov, we're going to release. Neal, we are going to release as well, I think, yeah. And then Schneider's going to get a contract. Austin Stamkos, this prospect's going to get a contract. Same with Clark. And Blomstrand as well, just because they have the potential to be something. And then, let's see, do we have any anybody's? Heljenko is going to get a contract because he's been a great, solid goaltender for the Miners. We're going to give him he wants a 1-way deal, but we're going to give him that 1-way deal at $975, even though he's not going to be in the NHL. And Buzaz, I think we're going to release Buzaz because he's not turning out to be anything. RFA goalies, nothing. RFA forwards, we're going to give Endress a contract. We're going to give him one at 2 years at 3.4. And we're also going to give Bitten a contract, 1 year at 2.3. Save a bit of money there. McEachern, what does he want? 1 year at $1 million. We'll get him down to $975 or $950. Get him to a cheap contract. Backer, he's going to want a 1-way deal, so we're going to release him. Haken is going to get another 2-way deal. Reefers as well. Sorry, this is a bit draggy, guys. Just get all those guys back for the AHL club. And then unsigned guys that we have to get. So, Lautner, no, he's not good enough. Halvertson's not good enough. Vizentine, this is one of the ones that computer drafted us. Luke Vizentine, left wing power forward, bottom 6, not too bad. Bertram was our first pick, which was from the 3rd round. Medium top 9 forward, center 2-way forward, so that guy might not be that bad. Omen as well. Center 2-way forward as well. Boma, Kozlov, I don't know when. I think Blomdahl was as well. Medium top 9, left wing power forward. Reve, bottom 6 forward, right wing power forward. A lot of power forwards. And in our goalie prospects, as you can see, Valery Ovechkin, medium backup, 18 years of age, 61 overall. I think this guy might turn out to be something. If he doesn't, he could be a good AHL goalie for us, but he's got a good potential, so hopefully he grows nicely. So anyways, that's those contracts. Let's see if we got everybody back, and then we'll go on to the free agency stage, where I'm hoping we could pick up 2 huge pieces to our team. One is a defensive player and one's a left winger. So I saw Scheifele was back, Samuelson, Anderson. Looks like everybody's gonna be back. I think that was everybody. Let's just make sure. Okay, so UFAs, no one, and RFAs, nobody. Okay, good. So we got everybody back. Now let's go on to free agency, And this is where the part where we have to get 2 big players. Hopefully they could help contribute to a 3rd Stanley Cup in 4 years. And yeah, so basically the 2 players that we're going to get a top line left winger if he's available, and we're going to get a top 4 defenseman to replace Troy Stecher with. So if they're available, which they are, no, okay, one of them's not. God damn it, that one I wanted badly. I might have to trade for him somehow, but I don't think I can. Maybe I'll have to get Stecher back or Honka in replacement. But let's see. So Johnny Gaudreau, this is the guy I wanted for my top line left wing. He is 32, so we're going to get him on a 1-year deal if we can. He's 91 overall, and obviously he puts up good numbers. So we're going to offer him a contract. He wants a 5-year deal, but we're going to give him, let's see how much cap space, 17 mil. I might only be able to get him. So let's give him a 1-year deal. When does he usually retire by? I think 35. So let's give him a 2-year deal, actually. Give him 13.5. Try and save a little bit of cap space, just in case. I have a feeling he'll drop off during the offseason, but you never know. But that sucks. The guy I wanted is not available, which means I might have to sign a different defenseman. So offer for Gaudreau, but the guy I was going to try and sign as a replacement for Troy Stecher, I'll show you. I guess he re-signed with his team. I've showed you guys this before on one of the Facebook groups, if you guys are on that Facebook franchise group. The guy I wanted to get was Tyson Duffy. This guy was going to be a free agent, 87 overall, low 7th defenseman potential, even though he's way better than that, and he's a 3rd round pick. But like, look at his statistics, like really crazy. He puts up like 50, 60 points a season. He would have been a perfect fit for this team, but I guess Washington was able to free up some cap space and get him back, because like they've signed some ridiculous contracts. Like Granlund's making like $7.5 million for another 4 years at age 34. There's like some bad contracts over there in Washington, so I guess we can't get him, so we might have to trade for somebody. We could trade some of our prospects. Let me take a look at what we could give up to try and get a top 4 defenseman, because we definitely need one to play alongside of Michalowski, because I don't think we have anybody else good enough. So Janus and Liljegren, anybody else is interested in anything? None of these other defensive prospects have much trade value though. Maybe we could give up a draft pick, because we should be making the playoffs no matter what. So we could give up our first. Any team interested in our 1st round pick? The Calgary Flames. Let's see if we can get a defenseman from them. Rasmus Anderson's pretty... he's not that old, but still I don't know if they'd be willing to trade him. Ty Smith we might be able to pick up. 3 years at 7.85. I don't know if that would work. That's actually pretty close in trade value. So let's just give them our first, and then we're also going to throw in a defensive prospect. So let's give them Dmitriev, just known as a defensive prospect. And let's give them maybe one more draft pick. Let's give them our 3rd as well. I don't know if that's going to work. Let's try it out. So let's see, and it's rejected, too far off. So how about we give a 2nd as well. This is a lot to give up, but it's Ty Smith after all. So 1st and the 2nd for Ty Smith. Let's see, rejected as well. And let's give up our 3rd from last year as well, or something like that. I don't even know. Rejected still. Sweeten the value just a touch. Wow, really? To get Ty Smith just to give up some draft picks. So Calgary is in a rebuilding stage, I think. So we're going to give up our 1st and 2 seconds and see if that goes through. And it does. So Ty Smith is now a member of your Vancouver Canucks, guys. So at least we got a replacement for Troy Stecher just by giving up some draft picks. I do think we should be able to make the playoffs still, so this should be a good pickup. And now we just need to hope that Johnny Gaudreau signs with our team. And if he does, then we are good to go. So let's advance a day. Hopefully we can get him. If we don't, then we're going to have to find a top line left winger. Rejected. Oh, I don't have the cap space to afford him now. What the hell? Just because of that trade for Ty Smith. Maybe I'll do a new offer then. Let's give him a one. Wait, I have to give him. Yeah, let's give him a 3-year deal, I guess. How much cap space do I have? Exactly 11 million. So yeah, 3 years. We'll give him a 3-year deal at 11. He wants 11.4. So you know what? We're gonna be really tight on our cap space. Next year though is gonna be a pain in the ass. I just realized because Bo Horvat's contract's ending, but if we could release Scheifele, we'll be able to afford him. So let's give Gaudreau 3 years at 10.35. He could retire here in Vancouver, or we could trade him away after 1 year or something like that. Free up some cap space that way. Let's see if we could get him, because he would be a big piece to helping this team maybe win another Stanley Cup. And there you go. Johnny Gaudreau is now a member of our team. So our team is definitely going to be good for next season. So let's simulate to next season and take a look at our lines. Okay, guys. So we're back here at the start of the 26-27 season. Let's take a look at what our lines are now. So let's go to roster moves first to see if there's anybody that shouldn't be in the minors that is in, somebody that isn't supposed to be in the NHL. So Mikolowski's up to an 86. Raffles ready. And Festrani, I don't know if he's going to be ready. I'm going to have to send down some people. So we're going to have to send down McEachran. We might have to send down a couple good players. There you go. And then I send down these dudes as well. I don't want them up here. Under the player limit. Okay, how about now? Can I send those guys down? Yeah, that works. We might call up Festrani. Like, Festrani is listed as a minor scoring 4, but we could call him up, I think, and play him on the 4th line. Just do him for Schneider, and that should be good. Okay, so we also have to change our goalies, I think, because they probably put Eljanko in the NHL. So, wow, this is actually a really nice first line. This is probably one of the best first lines I've ever made. So you got 91 Johnny Gaudreau with 91 Horvat and 88 Scheifele. Then you got, yeah, that works. You got 84 Corey Raffle, who came over from our Sharks trade. This guy also we have to give an upgrade of the contract to during the offseason. So Scheifele's definitely not going to be with us next season, so you guys know. And then we got Albeline and Patrick. We also got Samuelson, Wyman, and Zaka. And then on the 4th line, you got Earl Festrani, George Endress, or maybe George Endress could go there, and Samuel Bitton. So that is that. Now defensively, let's see. So Ty Smith slots in there with Mikolowski. That's nice. 2 offensive defensemen. And then you got Ualivi and Nazarov and Liljegren and Janus. Goaltending, yeah, we don't want Heljanko in, but Gravel's up to an 88 now, so that is good news. Go best lines down there. Let's go to roster moves. Let's see. So goalies, we don't want Heljanko down there or up here. We want Lundberg. So Lundberg's at to an 82, so at least he's ready for that backup role. So we're going to go best lines again in the AHL and go back to our NHL team and put Lundberg as our backup. So our team looks pretty solid around scratch. We don't have anybody, so we should probably call up some depth players, or we could try and trade for some. I don't know. But let me know in the comments down below what we should do with that sort of thing. But now our team stats, like, look at that, 93 offense, 89 defense, and 93 goaltending. So our team is all around really, really good. And yeah, so that is that. Anything else we wanted to do? I don't think so. So anyways, guys, that's going to do it for this episode of our Canucks GM mode. So next episode, we'll do the entire season simulation more than likely, and then we'll go on to the playoffs, hopefully, and maybe a chance to win our third Stanley Cup in 4 years. So thank you guys for watching. See you guys next time.